Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing something pretty exciting, something that I think you guys are going to like watching, so I'm going to film it and you're going to be in this journey with me because this is going to be another ghost hunt video. Ghost hunting videos aren't very common on this channel. I don't think people who watch me really care about the paranormal stuff. I mean, a good few of you do, and those of you that do care are like hardcore fans of the paranormal, and you're like, Ellie, tell me why you believe and show me what you've seen and all this. But there's a big few of you that are a bit like, but this is my channel, and on my channel I can do what I want. Tomorrow I'm going on a ghost hunting experience. Oh, it's gonna be good. I'm very excited. I would like to know what you guys think of these types of videos. If you want to give me, like, go in the comments right now and put I like these, or I don't really like these, or just give me your thoughts on them because I'd love to know. As I was saying, tomorrow I'm going on a ghost hunt in a particular place called the Old Brighton Cells. The cells had stopped being used in the 1960s and they were used as a council storage facility, but now it's open as a police museum and is home to several artifacts relating to the police force and the cells. Through time though, there has been a number of reports from staff, council workers, visitors of lots of strange goings-ons happening at the Brighton Cells. As you can imagine, it's a very old building. People who are into this kind of paranormal stuff are going to look in old buildings and see what they can find. So I'm gonna have a little look online to do some research before we go, because I think it'll be good to give myself some knowledge on what I'm meant to be looking for, what might happen, what other people have seen. So if this kind of stuff scares you, I recommend you don't watch this video, but if you love it, then you're welcome. I've literally just searched here on Google, Brighton Cells Ghost, and on this link here, it says a little bit about what people have seen. It says here, a tall, dark shadow figure said to be a ghost of Henry Solomon, Brighton's first chief constable, who was brutally murdered by an inmate, and he has been found wandering the passageways. It also says the figure of a monk has also been seen on the lower levels. This location was built upon a former monastery. The sound of a whispering woman has also been heard by people visiting the cells. Okay, I'm gonna try YouTube and put Old Brighton Cells and see what the first thing that comes up is. It seems like a lot of people have investigated this place, and there's a lot of videos of people trying to capture something on camera. I don't know how many of it has been successful. There's a link here, it says Old Police Cells Museum Table Walking.
Use my energy. Come on. Can you bring the table and all the guests towards me? Good man.
That is so weird. I've never seen table walking before. It's interesting. A lot of you might see that and say, well, that could be any of them doing that, but I find it interesting regardless. So obviously there's a lot of activity that happens there. Oh, what's this? Brighton Cells Video EVPs.
If there's any spirits here that wish to talk to us, make yourself known.
Oh, I think they have heard something. Oh yeah, it's a slight whistle in the background. So yeah, this place definitely seems to have enough attraction from people. There's obviously a lot of activity that happens there for people to be doing all these investigations there. Oh wow. Oh, my camera is currently focusing on my jacket over there. It's focused on a face down there rather than focusing on my face. That was weird. It basically just said face detected here. But anyway, this place seems to have enough activity for people to visit it a lot and do a lot of investigations there, so that's really good news. There also seems to be some whistling activity, which I've always wanted to hear. I've always wanted to hear whistling happening at these ghost investigations because it always happens in like TV shows and stuff. I would love to experience that because I really want to know that I've heard something from the other world. Like, that would be so wicked to hear with my own ear, you know? It doesn't give us too much information on the history there. It just basically says it's an old cell that was in Brighton. Either way, I'm excited. Let's have a little look at images to see how creepy it is. Oh my god. There are mannequins. Well, I'm hoping that's a mannequin there in the cells here. This is what the cells obviously look like. Oh god, that looks creepy. Doesn't look too bad, kinda. I mean, I've seen more welcoming buildings in my time. This is one of the cells that you can go in, I'm guessing. I will admit some of these pictures do look pretty creepy, but we shall see. Oh, what's down here then? We're going down into hell. Ooh.
So you have, for this vigil, we have the whole of this downstairs area here. We also have the Frank's box that Sim was talking to you about, this one here. This is the oldest bathroom here.
Oh. Oh. Smells nice. We actually take part in a seance to see if we can capture anything on a EVP machine. The seance does actually go on for quite some time, but I've managed to insert something that did show up after reviewing the footage, which seems to be a heavy footstep around about the time we were asking for them to make some sort of sign. I wasn't actually expecting to put this part in the video because I hadn't heard anything at the time. The medium who was with us for the investigation had said he could hear footsteps, but I couldn't hear anything and no one was moving at the time. We were all kept dead still.
Keep moving around the circle.
Give us the sign.
There are footprints behind. Somebody's walking around the circle.
Someone's step.
I didn't move my feet. Can you tap again for us, please?
I think it's important to show the quieter parts of a ghost investigation too, so next up you're going to see us using the Frank's box, which is basically a method of contacting spirits through the use of radio frequency, but unfortunately we don't get a lot of luck here. We do ask a lot of questions but nothing really comes through. In my last paranormal investigation video I did though, it was really good and we were getting a lot of answers.
Can you feel the energy from this machine? Can you talk to us, please? What is your name? Were you a prisoner here? So if there are any spirit energies around that would like to go and sit near Adam or around Adam, we should be able to see you on the equipment that we have.
Ever since the release of the Kinect on the Xbox 360 in 2010, people have been using it to possibly try and make out where a spirit may be standing in the room. The Kinect basically prompts you when a new person is in the room, and you're able to see exactly where that figure is standing, or perhaps where there is some sort of movement in the room other than you. And here we actually find something very interesting with Adam sat in this empty room. But even though a complete figure doesn't appear, unfortunately, what makes this most interesting is that the medium is working with us by not looking at the screen and not seeing what we see on the computer monitor, so he can tell us where he can feel and see the energy from his own eyes when looking at Adam, and then we can confirm by looking at the screen if we can see it too, because we are not mediums. We do not know where the energy is.
I don't know, it's not big enough to be a person by the looks of it. You see it there?
We think it might be a cat. That's not an insult to someone.
Where is it to you now, Mark?
Okay. Can we bring him closer? Bring the energy closer. Somebody just wants to communicate with you. Bring him closer for me now, please. Okay, at the moment, there it's standing behind him.
Right. Oh, his arms are now going. His right arm.
Right arm, okay, that's it. It's on that side again. Go and sit next to him, give him a sign. Use his energy. Can you touch him? Can you touch his hair? Touch his shoulder? We've got orbs floating around him now on the camera as well.
Because the medium had said he had noticed some orbs, I went to go look at some of the photos that were taking on the cameras people were using, and I really loved this sequence here. You can kind of see from the right side an orb coming into shot and then moving towards Adam. Just by chance he happens to have his arms open at this point, and it looks as if the orb's going towards where his arms are opening, which we find out in a second that this is apparently a child who is giving him a big hug for Adam's birthday.
Put your right hand on the chair next to you.
Yeah, it's now clear.
Is it clear?
Yeah, it's now clear.
Yeah.
Go back to the other one. And it's now doing it again.
Ooh.
Oh,
your leg's
your
gone
leg.
funky.
Something heavy on your leg.
Is it the left leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, right by his knee.
I can sense it.
That's really weird. It's just thrown off the system.
Yeah, I can absolutely sense it there.
Oh, it's both his arms.
Oh my
I
god.
think it might be actually like
And
hugging
his
you.
leg as well. Oh, Adam, he's giving you
Your arms are disappearing.
He's hugging you. We can see it.
Sense that person there, that child there.
He's around your arms and your
Literally
right
wrapped
leg.
around, yeah?
Yeah, he's hooked around the arms and right leg.
Sense it.
Oh.
This child is saying happy birthday. It's really amazing.
Oh, happy birthday, Adman.
Giving you a hug, mate.
Oh, thank you. you.
Thank you very much for the experience of coming close and doing that. Keep close to him, use his energy.
Oh.
It's on your leg again, by your leg, left leg.
Yeah.
Looks really strange, yeah. It looks like he's on your right leg and hand.
Left as we see it.
Yep.
Could you please knock on the box or knock on the stool that Adam is sitting on?
Did anyone hear that?
Did you hear that thump?
Or was that one of you?
Was that one of you thumping?
Did anyone hear that?
Did you hear that thump?
Or was that one of you?
Was that one of thumping?
No, no one here could
It
hear
sounded
him.
like it sounded like a soft surface almost.
Yeah,
It was like a pillow thump.
Yeah.
Try to all happy.
It keeps fixating on his hand,
Yeah.
specifically his hand.
He's just said, do you want me to hold you, not hold my hand again?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh right.
That's incredible.
We've got some good orbs.
Can you come in close to Adam, please? It's his birthday today. Is anybody around that wants to come and sit with Adam?
He's gone. Oh my god. I think this was around about the time we noticed that there were a lot of orbs coming up on our cameras, but as the night went on, I realised this was only just the beginning, because this whole entire building was covered in orbs. The whole entire night I was taking photos and there were just orbs everywhere, particularly in this next place we're going to now, which was the chambers, and every time we took a photo in this place there were orbs everywhere. You could simply say this was a very dusty room, it's dust everywhere. I'm not really sure, but what I found very interesting about this, we use a REM pod in this room, and a REM pod is basically a light that goes off when anyone comes near the equipment, so I could put my hand near it and it will start going off. So if no one has a hand near it and it is lighting up, that means there is something coming closer to us, coming towards the machine and messing with it. So what I found interesting is that when it started going very, very crazy, that's when the orbs got more and more strong. Something keep going right. I just saw an orb, by the way. Something keep going right. Something keep going right. Something keep going right.
There was lots of emotions in this room in the past years. And hopefully all those are gone now, and maybe you're here somewhere.
Ooh.
Thank you very much for coming through to us. There you go.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Fantastic. Could you flash twice for us? For yes and once for no? No. Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Whoa.
Thank you very much. That's fantastic. We're very happy to be here with you. Thank you for coming through for us. Would you answer some questions for us?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, from the party.
Are you excited to see us? Wow.
It's not something.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
And just to prove that there was some form of communication here and it wasn't totally random, there was a big period where the REM pod just stopped lighting up at all until Scarlett had said, "Are you still here?" And then it just went to yes, like repetitively, like powerful all over again.
Are you still here?
Oh, there you go.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're doing so well.
Everyone's phones are off or...
Yeah, my phone's off.
Yeah. So cold. I've never really experienced a strange sense of coldness when going on a ghost investigation until this room. I remember just feeling so cold and then having a splitting headache right in the middle of my head, which really shocked me and surprised me because I've never experienced something like that either, which was so random and out the blue and very quick, and then it went away and never came back again. It was just a very quick, sharp pain through the bottom of my head. And now I'm watching back this footage now, I have actually noticed a strange little voice in the background. I can't work out what exactly it's saying. It doesn't sound like anyone we were in the ghost investigation with. I don't know if any of you guys can work out what it says, but there is definitely something in there that sounds a little bit like thank you maybe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Thank you so much.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. You're doing really well.
God, it's such a big headache.
You're right.
So next up we move on to a corridor area, which is where we do a Ouija board. And actually when we do the Ouija board in a minute, we notice that the little boy we were talking to with the Kinect machine actually had followed us. But here are some of the orb pictures I was talking about, followed by my favourite orb picture ever, which is the most crowded photograph I've ever witnessed, and it gives me the chills every time I look at it. Go through, Mum. Dad's going through again. What is that on his back?
On his back?
Dad, what's that on your back? White. Look, what's that? He's got something weird on his back.
Leave it there a minute.
What's it smell like?
Are there any spirits in this room that would wish to come and communicate with us? Could you come towards us to the centre and move the planchette for us? Use all our energy. We're all here to help you. Could you move the planchette to the yes symbol so we know that you're with us now? I see you trying. You're doing really well. Could you move it towards the yes for us? We're all here to help you. Use all the energy you need. It's all free for you to use. Goodbye. Oh, that's rude.
Yes.
Could we say hello instead? Hello? Is anybody there?
Yes.
Please?
Sing
Hello? Hello. Got a weak energy. Goodbye. Does someone else want to talk? Doesn't like me. B?
B?
B0.
B-O?
Sorry. Could you spell out the person's name for us that you wish to communicate with so we know who you want to talk to? Thank you. V.
Vicky? No. What is your name?
First initial.
At this point, all we knew that there was someone who, for some reason, was attached to Vicky, and when we were asking questions, there was someone just constantly scanning the whole board, and we weren't really getting many answers other than somebody running through the alphabet to us, which is when we realised perhaps we were talking to somebody who didn't, for some reason, knew how to spell or knew what to do. So in my head, I started thinking it could be possibly a child, and that's when we started getting a little bit more answers.
Maybe.
Are you a child?
Yeah, I was just going to say, are you the little boy who's down? Well, the child who's downstairs.
Were you with Adam earlier?
Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, it's very nice to talk to you again. We're glad you're here with us. Thank you for being here. Could you show us your age on the numbers at the bottom? 9 years old. Thank you very much. That was fantastic. Well done. Are you with your family where you are? Are you with your mum and dad?
That feels different, doesn't it?
I don't know, not on it. Yes.
Here is when something really cool happened to me, and I said at the beginning of this video that I really wanted a whistle experience to happen, and I heard my very first paranormal whistle, and it was so wicked, and I'm so gutted that this wasn't caught on camera. I've tried to do everything to try and make it obvious. I've tried to mess with the audio, but you can tell from all of our reactions that we all hear a whistle come back to Scarlett, and it was so flippin' cool.
Can you copy me? Shut the
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you fucking hear that?
Yes.
Do that.
Thank you so much. That was fantastic.
Please
well
tell-
done. That was down the corridor.
Tell me you're recording.
Did you get that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I don't know if it'll hear it though, because it's very quiet.
Did you whistle again for us? Thank you. That was fantastic. We all heard it. That was really, really good. That whistle was really like.
It was really
wasn't even.
wasn't it?
Yeah. It came through.
This was the point where we were trying to work out why this child might be attached to Vicky. Then when we discovered that this child was with its mother, we figured that perhaps his mother may have been the same age as Vicky when he was on Earth. So that's why we asked his mother's age, and it just so happened to be the exact same age as Vicky. So, mystery solved. How old was your mum when she had you? 25?
Yeah, that's alright.
Oh,
That's why.
so that's Vicky's age as well. Is that why you feel connected to Vicky?
Are you on your final visual now?
Yes. Does that mean 1964?
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow. So there.
So, the was here.
There's one here as well, B. Davis.
So just before this investigation and video comes to an end, there's just a little quick clip here from the EVP machine that I really want to show you, which seems to capture someone saying he murdered me or Paul murdered me or something like that. I don't know if you guys can try and listen to what you can hear with this, but this was the response that was recorded when somebody asked, "Were you stabbed?"
Were you stabbed? Were you stabbed? Were you stabbed?
I had such a good time exploring the old Brighton cells. I really enjoyed this location, as some parts of the building were very, very old. I really enjoyed it, and if you guys want to see some more of these paranormal investigations to see what we can capture, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you guys in the future.